Okay, so this is your yoga mat, our beloved yoga mat. And it keeps us safe from all the germs and gives us a cushy spot that we know is ours. It's marked as ours for our class. But here's the thing with the yoga mat. When the yoga mat is out, you have a nice clean space to work. And then we pick up our yoga mat and we take what's on the bottom of the yoga mat and watch me roll the top of the yoga mat into what was on the bottom of the yoga mat. So not only do we have our own sweat and oils, but everything that we would want to protect ourselves in this very germ-conscious time and this germ-conscious time, this COVID, or even just, flu season, is now. This is touching this all the way through that spiral of color. What was on the bottom is now on the top. So there are mat cleaners, and you can buy them from a catalog, or you can take a little bottle like this and you can fill it half full with witch hazel. Take your pick. Get something good quality, but it doesn't have to be $15 or more, right? So take your pick. Fill it half full.
Are you practicing?
I got it down. Okay, so fill it half full. There we go. Now, second most important ingredient. Witch hazel is high in alcohol, much more natural than some of the chemical solutions. Tea tree. Now you want to put about a third. So you put a half. Now you're putting about a third. So let me keep an eye here, since mine aren't so good. Not even enough. Now, of course, the witch hazel, the alcohol, of course, we know that's in our hand sanitizers, right? That's killing lots of germs and viruses. Alcohol kills viruses. Antibacterial does not kill viruses. We've learned that while we transitioned from the idea that antibac was going to kill viruses to understand that COVID is a virus. That's why our hand sanitizers now have much more in them of alcohol. Now, what we're going to do now is use essential oils, and may I suggest citrus and lavender. Lavender is an antifungal, and citrus breaks through things. Citrus, you can use orange to clean woods, things like that. Citrus is very effective cleaner. So, this is my grapefruit, and this is my lemon, and this is my lavender. May I recommend Now products because they're very easy to access. There are others. Some of them are great. Some of them are great and very expensive. Now I'm going to put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew! That one runs fast. Many of them run super, super slow, and so you're hanging in time waiting for them to drop. But the citrus, we're putting 20 of each because lemon also is an antibacterial, antifungal. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew. That goes fast. The tea tree, I put at least 40 drops. I poured, as you saw, a third of a bottle. Now, a lot of people water these down, but I think in these times, they're watering them down so they last longer. And I think in these times, watering it down may not be a necessary choice. So, lavender. And here's the wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. 1. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. 2. Okay, so we're waiting for it. Trick, turn it upside down. Now you're not going to see how many drops are coming out because you've set it up this way. Let me show you like this. Unless you watch it. But they're still going to come out while you're doing something else. So I'm just letting you know that's a trick. Set it up like that. 5, 6, 7, 8. I can see the bubble going up, which is equal to the bubble going down. There we go. Now, this is bergamot, and it's very good at counteracting the smell of tea tree. Smells like so far we're doing fine with counteracting tea tree, but I'm going to put a couple in there. Some people may be allergic, so if you have a sneezy allergy to bergamot, avoid it. Remember, this part's more for scent, so you don't have to put the whole amount in. So I put like 5 or 6 drops of that in. And you may want to add a couple drops of rose or a couple drops of cinnamon. It depends on what you like. I especially like frankincense and lavender because, again, the lavender is an antifungal. And frankincense is something that men like too. It's not flowery. It doesn't say girly. Okay, so yum. And then my mat cleaner bottle is homemade, handmade, and I have plenty with which to make several bottles after this. Now, all I do is when I lay out my mat, I spray it on the top before I use my mat. Or before I roll my mat, I pick it up and I spray it on the bottom, the part that's been on the floor. It's a thorough spray. I mean, you have plenty, and you have plenty more, right? There, got the entire bottom. Now, if you want, you can also spray the top afterwards, especially if you've been wearing any makeup or anything like that. Or if you had a hot yoga class, that's a good choice for making sure that there's no bacteria on there. But also, again, right now at this time, we're more worried about those oogie boogies. We're more worried about the things that we may spread from flu to cold to anything that could compromise your immune system, including, unfortunately, COVID-19. I'm really, praying for all of us with getting through that and some of the effects of it. Now, this is evaporating really quickly. So all I have to do, now I'm rolling clean mat with tea tree and witch hazel. So I mean, any little thing on there is going to continue to be taken care of by that. If you're going to store it for a long time, you're going to want to leave it open until it's totally dry, or wipe it with a towel. think of rubbing it in, not rubbing it off, because that's going to improve the efficacy of what you're using. But if you are rolling it up, like I said, this is going to continue to kill germs, fungus, bacteria. There were things long before COVID like strep, which is the MRSA, the flesh-eating virus. And I'll tell you that we at Mana Healing Arts, actually it was Mana Spa and Learning Center when we were on 17th Street, and we had 3 young men who came to our yoga class to help them with their football. And they had full scholarships given to them, and they were ready to go to college. And 2 of the 3 died from MRSA. And so we were called by the hospital to notify all of our students, to check anything. Thank God, here they had been in our studio and on our mats, but we cleaned our mats this way before and after every class, and we Swiffered the floor and mopped the floor before and after every class. And so thank God, our students, not one of our other students had contracted any of this streptococcus virus that can kill you. And 2 out of these 3 died. And one of the young men, thank God, went on to enjoy his scholarship and go to college. But, long before there was COVID, there was a need for hygiene. We've always had the need for hygiene. So this is a natural way. You're not using chlorine, much less any other chemicals. And your friendly, cuddly yoga mat that is your space and marks your place on the floor is safe. And it can love you back. Because when you're on your mat and you put all that effort in, you're loving yourself. And my clients tell me that they open their trunk of their car and they smell their yoga mats, and it smells like the oils that we spray to clean the air, to clean the floor, and to help them clean their mats. So it brings back good memories. And I hope that this helps you. So remember, fill it half full with witch hazel, then about a third full with tea tree. Then use definitely lavender and definitely lemon or other citrus, including grapefruit I used. And then add a little bit of something you like, whether it be frankincense and myrrh, frankincense and vanilla, even something a little flowery, but only a couple drops because you don't want to be too perfumey. Because when you are getting into your yoga class, that perfumey could be a little bit too sweet. You could get a little bit allergic or it's too sweet while you're working out, okay? So, glad to teach you how to make this. I got these glass bottles at my local Whole Foods. In my case, it was Sprouts where I'm from, but Whole Foods. It's a cobalt glass, and I really like that, and the pump is good. You can also get them from massagewarehouse.com, and they're only a few dollars. So if you're making it for yourself, very inexpensive. And if you decide to make it for the whole class, it's a few dollars for the bottle, but if they bring it back to you, then that way you could only charge them for the oils instead of the bottle over and over again. It just makes it so economical. And in this case, remember, the best part is to make sure you're all safe. In the future, it's great to sell the product, and the catalogs do. But right now, the goal is to make sure we're all safe and well, and that our yoga mat is friendly and our safety zone. So I can put this mat down anywhere on the San Antonio Riverwalk, and I can spray it down, use it, and feel safe while I'm on top of it, and then spray it down, roll it up, and feel safe when I take it home. Thanks, guys.